And then he bid thee welcome to some kind of Fox content, or should I say kind of spooky content, because we are back with Tiny Bunny. And in the last episode, we ran into some school bullies and some school beauties, and then we headed home. Now, we're up to see what awaits us.
Вот.
Here.
Это чтобы маска хорошо налезла.
It'll fit better this way. Ew. He hurled a huge ball of spit on the inside of the plastic bunny face and put it close to mine. His spit looked like a squashed spider. Romka's face twisted. He spasmed like a beast, like he wanted to tell Simeon something, but then he suddenly stopped. Simeon was still close by, with a disgusting smirk on his face and a terrible smell coming from his mouth.
Надевай, быра!
I put it on fast,
А ты урою!
or you're dead. The mask almost looked even more disgusting now, yet, despite everything, it felt like it was a chance for salvation. It could become my second skin if only I was put it on. If only my face was to touch its bumpy surface. I'm sure the fur will glitter, the ears will tremble like they're alive. I just need to put it on, and Simeon and his friends will be gone. Forever. Can I click anything? Why is there no audio all of a sudden? Okay, let's put it on. I reached out, my hand wasn't shaking anymore. Simeon handed me the mask and let out an evil laugh. The fur felt warm to the touch, just like I expected. I got goosebumps. Electricity flowed through my spine. I was recharging.
Вот оно,
This is it.
мое спасение.
My salvation. A voice whispered to me from the well of my subconsciousness. Just put it on, and nobody will hurt you. The forest froze, gazing at me with cracks in the bark. I acted slowly. I took off my glasses, got rid of the nasty spit on the papier-mâché. There was movement inside of the bunny face, as if something was trying to break out. And I needed to help it. I lifted up the mask and started moving it towards my flaming cheeks, just like in that movie with Jim Carrey. This mask had power. This mask had strength. Cotton touched my skin. It enveloped my skull, my nose, took the shape of my face. It smelled like an animal lair and pine. My lips touched some sort of hard, wavy material. My armor. Strangely enough, through the slits of the old carnival mask, I was able to see as good as through my glasses. A trio of boys frozen in the clearing. Snowflakes frozen in the air. The trees whose shadows formed a black stream toward me. And a weird silhouette in the early twilight behind the windfall. In all that silence, Simeon nervously whispered,
Пацаны,
"Hey,
что с ним?
guys, what's up with him?" I broadened my shoulders. My muscles felt like they were made of steel. Invisible plumes of fog flew towards me, breaking off the trees. I was absorbing the forest's power with every pore of my body. I smiled underneath the mask. No, I showed my teeth. My fists were itching. My stomach was growling.
Он превращается!
He's gotten turning here. You asked for this. I made a step forward. Simeon carefully stepped towards me as if he was walking on thin ice. A trail from my dreams snaked in front of me again. Endless, alluring, it was beckoning me away from all the problems to the new wonderful world, the world of a magic Neverland. I pulled the zipper, opened my coat, and threw it into the snow with a fast motion. Then growled. I felt like something was frantically looking for the exit underneath my skin. I went towards Simeon.
Он превращается!
Guys, he's kinda turning here.
Твою мать!
F.
Превращается!
Turning.
Конченого мудака!
Into a flappin' blah. I can't say it. The clearing blew up in hysteric laughter. Piasha was clutching his stomach. Roma smirked, shaking his head. And Simeon, who was laughing the most out of the three, spat on his knuckles and waved his fist like a club.
Ну и дебил же ты, Тошик!
You're such a moron, Tasha. A fist collided with my mask. The fur didn't dampen the blow at all. There was no power, no magic smoke coming from the pines. I flew towards the bushes and landed on my butt. My vision, bolstered by adrenaline a moment before, returned to quote-unquote normal.
Вот это был номер.
Now that was something.
Думал, он на четвереньки встанет и сгрызет нас всех.
Oh, that's Roma, sorry. I thought he'd get on all fours and tear us to bits.
Как морковку.
Like a carrot.
Не, ну вы видели?
Did you see that?
Видели?
Did you?
Это считается, что он попрыгал.
Does this count as him hopping?
Это даже лучше.
This was even better. I sobbed. The mask had one advantage. If I cried now, nobody would see my tears.
Ну и дурик.
What a loony.
Да тебе в психбольнице место.
You belong in a loony house.
Психбольница для животных, на!
For animals, eh? Simeon put his knee into the snow pile and ripped the glasses out of my numbed fingers.
Отдай очки.
Give me my glasses back.
Я домой не дойду.
I won't make it home.
Чё ж,
Bullshit.
знаешь, какой у зайцев нюх?
Haven't you heard that bunnies have a good sense of smell?
По запаху доберешься, не ссы.
So don't worry, just use it.
Прыг-скок, прыг-скок.
Hibbity hop, hibbity hop. Simeon shoved the trophy into his pocket and flashed me a toothy grin.
Кролики очки не носят.
Besides, bunnies don't wear glasses.
А теперь вали отсюда, Даун.
Now scram, idiot. I stood up, still wobbly. The trees became a blurry dark wall. 3 bright silhouettes were wobbling around me. There were black spots on them, their eye sockets and mouths, but it looked to me like there was more of them that it should be. I turned to the forest. Simeon's boot came to my rescue, kicking me in the butt and quickening my shameful retreat.
Прыг-скок, прыг-скок!
Hibbity hop, hibbity hop! I threw the mask into a ravine out of spite, and then zigzagged through the firebreak along in a giant snow-laden world. The trunks around me bent in all directions. Their treetops disappeared into the darkness above me. The sky was pushing me down. I wanted to cry, but my eyes were completely dry by now. Only sadness and longing were left. A desire to bury myself under the snow or leave for the Neverland, joining Vova and Senya. I didn't care where to go, just somewhere far away from here. Somewhere very far away.
Так, я не поняла.
Hey,
Антон, а где очки? Потерял?
hey, what's this? Where's your glasses, Anton? Did you lose them?
Да, ну, мам,
See,
И как можно быть таким рассеянным? Ты думаешь, я деньги печатаю?
how can you be so careless? Do you think I owe a money printing press?
Как же? Будешь до следующего года в старых очках ходить.
Yeah, right. You'll be wearing your old glasses until next year. Olya rushed to me.
А я лису видела!
I saw a fox. Surprise akin to a shotgun blast. I could only flap my lips in reply. A cup shattered into many little pieces with a loud thang. My mom let it fall from her hands. Her face was pale and her eyes were glued to the ground. This pause, just a split second, felt like an eternity. Then my mom spoke with disappointment.
То сова, то лиса.
First it was an owl, now it's a fox.
Когда ж тебе надоест?
Will you ever get tired of this?
Правда, правда!
But it's true.
Такая пушистая!
She was so fluffy.
Она у забора стояла на задних лапах, совсем как человек.
She stood on her back legs near the hedge, just like a person.
Она меня позвала, а тут мама вышла, и лиса убежала.
The fox called my name, but then Mom came and she fled.
Не было там никакой лисы.
There was no fox.
Не выдумывай.
Stop making things up.
не подходи к ней.
Don't go near her. If it was necessary, I was ready to shake my sister as if she was a doll made of cloth.
Ты чего, Тоша?
What's wrong, Tasha?
Не подходи, слышишь?
Don't go, you hear me? Mom entered the hallway and gave me a surprised look. I hesitated.
Ну, лиса ведь укусить может.
Well, a fox will bite you. I remembered fairy tales where foxes used to kidnap children. I imagined Elisa, liberated, carnivorous, running through the night forest with a dangling sack in her hands.
Это ж была не настоящая лиса.
It wasn't a real fox.
Расскажи ему, Оль.
Tell him, Olya.
Она на двух ногах ходила, а еще была в платье одета.
She stood on two legs and she wore a dress.
Только она была взаправду.
And she was indeed very real.
Видишь?
See? Mom showed us a tired smile, as if it was the only explanation needed. I also forced myself to smile. My smile was like a thin piece of soap right before it dissolves completely on your palm. But when I was left alone with my sister, I whispered,
Еще раз увидишь ее, беги.
"If you see her again, run." I shut my eyes and threw the vitamins in my mouth, washed them down with water. Please, stop driving me mad. Please. I was doing my homework on a Friday evening like usual. I had already finished the hard part. There was only my art homework left, my favorite subject. I needed to draw some sort of magic beast. I wanted to draw a dino at first, but my brush reached towards the orange paint all by itself. That's actually a pretty good drawing. One stroke after another, the picture of a fox started slowly forming on a piece of paper. She was almost popping out of the snow white sheet, sorry. She stood on her back legs and wore a sly smile. My brush moved again, drawing a fluffy tail. A moment later, it dropped out of my weak hand. After I finished my drawing, I spent a while studying it in surprise, as if I couldn't understand where the red beast came from. The longer I looked, the scarier her smile felt. Carnivorous, fake, like the smile of women from adult magazines that were sold in press kiosks back in the city. An alluring smile that masked deep-seated malice. And the fox's eyes turned out red, as if bloodshot. They looked more like bullet holes you see in action movies. I don't remember drawing them this way. I moved away from the table and the lamp's light reflected from the wet paint. The drawing was glossy. It felt like the fox was watching me. Waiting.
Антон!
Anton!
Ты что, оглох?
Are you deaf?
Я задумался.
I was just thinking.
Тебя спрашиваю, ты сестру не видел?
I'll ask you again, have you seen your sister?
Опять она где-то прячется.
She's hiding somewhere again. Something moved under my bed and I froze. Olya's dirty face peeked out with a finger pressed to her lips.
Оля, я тебя вижу.
Olya, I can see you.
Вылезай, ты же в пыли вся.
Get out of there, you're covered in dust. Olya crawled from under the bed and started dusting off her stockings, looking down.
Пойдем, Оль.
Let's go.
Я тебе сказку почитаю.
I'll read you a fairy tale.
Посижу с тобой, пока не уснешь.
Keep you company until you fall asleep.
Я с вами спать хочу. Не в той комнате.
I want to sleep with you, not in that room.
Там...
It's... Mom entered the room.
Что, опять сова?
What, the owl again?
А кто ж еще?
And what do you think?
Оль, она не придет больше.
Olya, it won't come anymore.
Я ее прогнал.
I chased it away. Olya shook her head in defiance.
Не прогнал.
You didn't.
Она придет.
And it will come.
Она сказала, что будет каждую ночь приходить.
It said that it would come every night.
О, так она у тебя говорящая?
Oh, it talks now. How sophisticated. Olya ignored the question and then asked with a newfound determination.
Можно я с вами посплю?
Can I sleep with you?
Можно?
Please?
В самый последний раз.
This will be the last time. At least for today.
Ты же говорила, что последний раз был вчера.
Exactly. Didn't you say yesterday was the last time?
Ольга, ты уже большая девочка.
Olya, you're a big girl now.
А пусть у меня ложится.
Why don't you let her sleep in my room? I thought it was a great idea, but Olya shook her head again.
Нет, у тебя не хочу. Она и на тебя смотрит.
No, I don't want your room. It watches you too. I felt goosebumps all over my body.
Хватит!
Enough!
Нет никакой совы.
There's no owl. There may be a fox, but there's certainly no owl.
Ты сегодня спишь у себя, ясно?
You're sleeping in your own room tonight, or got it?
Ну, пожалуйста, мам!
Please.
Пожалуйста!
Please. Mom took Olya's hand and tried to lead her out of my room.
Пойдем, милая. Не мешай брату.
Let's go, sweetie. Don't bother your brother. Olya clutched the bed's head with her free hand.
Пожалуйста, пожалуйста, пожалуйста!
Please, 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 please.
Не хочу к ней!
I don't want to go to it. Mom was talking Olya towards herself, but she didn't budge. Only the bed's head squeaked in agony. Dad intervened by picking Olya up and carrying her out of the room despite her desperate protests and pleas.
Не надо!
No!
Не надо к ней!
Don't take me to it!
Она опять смотреть
It's going to watch me again! I've listened to them struggling to make my little sister go to bed for a while. In the end, my parents gave up and let Olya sleep with them. But it was surely the last time, ever. When everybody settled down, I was lying in my room thinking about Olya's words. It's watching you too. I felt uncomfortable. I barely managed to calm down only after closing the curtains in my room shut. But as soon as I closed my eyes, memories of my day started jumping around in front of me, like a bunny. I was in the middle of the stuffy school corridor. I could see the literature classroom from here, the faces of dead classical writers on their portraits, the prim and regal pose of our homeroom teacher, Lilia Pavlovna. And around that corner was her daughter, Katya, a snitch and a gossip, eagerly waiting for me. Wow, I can't read all of a sudden.
Эй, новенький, новенький.
Hey, transfer student!
Чего тебе, Кать?
What do you want, Katya? She got on her tiptoes and started swaying while hiding her hands behind her back, and then asked me with a snake file. Oh boy! A fake smile on her face.
Скажи, пожалуйста,
Can
а
I
чего
ask?
это тебя к нам перевели, а?
Can I ask you something? Why did you get transferred here? I might have told the truth about this to Polina, but Katya will sell it on the market for 3 kopyas. It would be the same as printing all my thoughts and hanging them near Vova's picture for everyone to see. So I reverted to an answer I knew by heart.
Это все из-за моих родителей.
It's all because of my parents.
У папы тут новая работа, а мама...
Dad has a new job here and my mom... But Katya didn't even listen to me, just rushed towards the perked up ears of her friends, whispered something while stealing glances at me, and giggling.
Да, конечно.
Ah, yeah, right.
Он нас тут совсем за дурачков держит.
He takes us all for fools.
Я вот слыхала, что это все из-за его отца.
I've heard it's all because of his father.
Он недавно кому-то крутому
Wasn't-
дорогу перешел, и
Then-
теперь они всей своей семейкой в
Stop
нашем
talking.
захолустье скрываются.
Then it's... Why is he fooling them? He said it's because of my dad. And she's like, no, it isn't. It's because of your father. Huh? He crossed the road of some big shot and now their family is hiding in our remote little village.
Неправда! Ты все врешь!
That's not true. You're lying.
А слышали, как ему Бабурин всыпал?
And did you hear how Baburin beat him up?
А этот лишь ручки опустил, да глазенки потупил.
And all he could do was look all pathetic and take it.
Прекрати! Ты знаешь, он не один был!
Stop it. You know he wasn't alone.
И будто этого мало.
And if that wasn't enough...
Ходят слухи, что этот чудик повсюду таскает с собой.
There are
Заячью
rumors
маску.
that this weirdo carries a bunny mask with him wherever he goes.
Ой, девочки, ну кто же в своем уме будет такое делать?
Who in their right mind would do something like that, huh, girls?
Ясно, понятно. Со странностями наш Антошка.
I see. Our Antosca must be truly special.
Может, слабоумный, а может...
Maybe he's just an autist. Oh my god. But what if
И маньяк?
he's a serial killer?
Если в его портфеле хорошо покопаться, там и топор отыскать можно. А может, что и похуже.
I'm sure you'll be able to find an axe in his backpack if you look hard enough for something even worse.
Да-да-да.
Yes.
Замолчи! Заткнись!
Shut up!
Вон как раскричался-то, будто ужаленный.
Ha! Look at him scream as if something bit him.
А зрачки-то, зрачки какие широкие.
His pupils, look how wide they are.
Опять чего доброго с катушек слетит и руки распускать начнет.
I hope he won't go insane and resort to violence again. That would be naughty, naughty.
Не зря же его мать с таблетками пичкает.
I mean, there must be a reason his mom always feeds him those pills, right? Wait, why does she know about that? I just stood there in confusion, trying in vain to understand how she found out about my medicine. And what scared me even more was the possibility that her nonsense had some truth mixed in.
Да-да,
Yes, that's right.
он такой же ненормальный, как и его сестрица.
He's as insane as his little sister.
Представляете, к этой сумасшедшей дурочке каждую ночь прилетает сова ростом с человека.
Can you imagine that she says a human-sized owl visits her every night?
Да-да,
Yes.
только что-то ее никто из здоровых людей не видел.
But not a single healthy person has seen it.
А этот наивный простак ей верит.
And this simpleton believes her.
Нет, ну вы представляете?
Can you imagine that? And then I caught a single kind look from the smirking crowd.
Как же так, Антон?
How can it be, Anton?
Неужели действительно тебе не здоровится?
Are you unwell?
Полина, послушай меня!
Paulina, please listen to me.
Как же?
Yeah, right.
Не слушай этого болтуна, Полиночка.
Don't listen to this liar, Polinocha.
Это ничтожество даже постоять за себя не может.
This loser can't even stand up for himself.
А при случае и за тебя не заступится.
And he won't be able to defend you if it comes down to it.
Бросит, думая, как бы только самому по шее не схлопотать.
He'll run away to protect his own skin.
Слабак.
Weakling. Paulina slouched as if someone kicked her in the stomach and then burst out in tears and fell to the dirty floor, wailing and screaming. No, no.
Антон! Почему? За что?
Why, Anton, why? I couldn't understand her reaction, but I still rushed to Paulina's side before getting shoved violently by Katya.
Убери от нее свои лапы, чудовище!
Get your paws off her, you monster. Rage was building up under the veil of my fear. It slowly rose from the cloudy mist. I felt my upper lip lift. I felt my upper lip creep up, showing my teeth.
То, что твой отец бьет мать, еще не дает тебе права поднимать руку на девушку.
The fact that your father beats your mother doesn't give you the right to do the same to girls. My fist became hammers. I couldn't unclench them. Nobody can speak about my family like that. I came to my senses when I already lunged at the angry Katya.
Слетел-таки! Слетел!
Ha ha ha! He went nuts!
Спасите! Помогите! Петров с катушек слетел!
Help! Help! Petrov went completely insane. At the same moment, the crowd around her became louder. It started whistling and roaring. And growing. The subtle silhouettes of my schoolmates became larger, wider. They shot upward towards the ceiling. Turned into a giant black forest, chock full of toothy faces. I shrank to a tiny ball of fur and started shaking in fear before the might of also written trunks that belonged to either trees or humans. It was impossible to tell.
Вот ты и показал свое животное нутро.
So, you've finally shown your animal nature.
Трус!
Coward! Katya's face was twisted with jubilation and ecstasy. Anton!
Почему? Нет!
Why? No!
За что?
Why did you do this to me? Polina screamed while choking on her tears.
Он!
He's just
Животное!
an animal,
Чужак!
an outsider. A scary flapping of wings came from the forest. A pair of giant white ears descended somewhere from above, and I dug myself into them.
Пожалуйста!
Please,
Давай!
wake up! I jumped up, almost falling out of bed. Apparently, I was thrashing around for hours on the sweat-soaked sheath. Olya's scream pulled me out, set me free from the tentacles of fear. Anton!
Пожалуйста!
Please!
Вставай! Вставай!
Wake up! Wake up! It took my eyes a while to focus on the silhouette near the window. Olya's voice was distant. My head was still ringing after the fight. Sounds got distorted, as if my ears were stuffed with cotton. My sister, as distressed as ever, just kept on repeating the same phrase.
Сова! Сова!
The owl! The owl!
Пожалуйста!
Please!
Я боюсь!
I'm scared. Her tears poured on my heart like boiling water, but I was almost thankful for the owl's appearance. Otherwise, this scared Olya wouldn't have woken me up.
Оля, я сейчас.
Wait a... Whoa. That was completely the wrong voice. Wait a second, Olya.
Хочешь, я тебе Мурзилку почитаю?
Want me to read Mursilka for you?
Подожди.
Give me... I placed my bare heels on the cold floor. Felt around for my glasses. Remembered Simeon, his underhand act, and sighed.
Антон!
Anton!
Пожалуйста! Пожалуйста!
Please, please!
Посмотри!
Look! She couldn't tear her eyes off the window, as if it was a staring contest. I found the light switch with my hand. The lamp poured bright light all over me. I got up. My vision fooled me, moving the window closer only to push it farther the next moment. My sister was just a blurry spot. I took a hesitant step forward.
Оль,
Olya?
что там?
What's there?
Что-то случилось?
What happened?
Ты хочешь, чтобы я открыл шторы?
Do you want me to open the curtains?
Нет, не надо!
No, please don't.
Там же сова!
The owl is there. The voice was coming from behind. I turned around and froze in terror. Teary-eyed Olya stood in the doorway.
С кем?
Who
С кем ты разговаривал, братик?
were you talking to right now? She stared at me with eyes that were red from crying, with her hands wrapped around her shoulders. Her voice was nervous, as if she was afraid to hear my answer.
Я разговаривал с тобой. С тем, кто притворился тобой.
I was talking to you, to someone who pretended to be you. The ledge outside my windows creaked ominously, as if something huge was sitting on top of it. And the thing that pretended to be Olya started spreading, changing shape, grew to a scary height, under the light of a carnivorous moon. Anton. Please. Come closer. Come here. The voice didn't belong to my sister anymore. The thing that was hiding behind my curtains got tired of pretending, making me look like a fool. I pinched myself as hard as I could, hoping that the silhouette near the window was just a continuation of my nightmare, a hallucination brought upon by the cursed house. And those don't bite, do they? The silhouette was towering before me under the veil of mist. I heard Olya's shrill scream when someone had knocked on the window. Knock, knock.
Она пришла за нами!
It came to get us! Another knock. I stepped back into the middle of the room. As if there existed nooks where I could hide from this horror. Knock, knock. The sound was sharp, metallic. The lamp started shimmering, then it suddenly lighted the whole room and went out like a candle in the strong wind. The filament inside it snapped with a ringing sound. The darkness that was waiting for that exact moment poured from all the angles and enveloped me. There was only this window left in the whole universe. Moonlight poured through it, painting everything the color of bones that were exhumed from a crypt. Olya started squealing and pressed herself into my back, seeking protection. And then an eye, burning with a carnivorous fire, stared at us from the window. Knock, 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 knock. No, it wasn't trying to break the window. It was toying with us. It just kept knocking, driving us mad. As if a giant clock was measuring the time left for us, its pendulum swinging above the abyss.
Уходи! Убирайся! Пошла прочь!
Go away! Get out! You! She was screaming in desperation, her hands clutching my arms like a pair of pincers. Anton. Anton. Come closer. I could barely make out a pair of wings that spread out above the black spot.
Скажи ей, Антон!
Tell her, Anton. You go do that.
Скажи, что я больше не буду себя плохо вести.
Tell her that I won't be a bad girl anymore.
Никогда!
Never ever.
Только пусть она уйдет!
I just wanted to leave.
Пожалуйста!
Please. The moonlight suddenly disappeared and the room descended into darkness. I couldn't see the burning eye anymore. I swallowed the stingy lump that was stuck in my throat. I stepped towards the curtains, entranced by the call of this disfigured guest.
Не буду!
Olya was standing behind me, mumbling, I'll be good, I'll be good, I'll be good! The bleak window was creeping closer. Curtains rustled. I reached out to move them aside so I could look my fear in the eye. At that moment, I heard a noise coming from our parents' bedroom. Without thinking, I pulled the curtains to the side in one swing.